Alright, welcome to the round one back nine coverage of the Cedar Hill Chill presented by Dynamic Discs Carrolton and the Dirty Dozen Tour. Slow start for the card through 9. Got Devontae Brown leading the card at 4 down, followed by Ulysses at 3 down, tied with Mickey at 3 down, Emerson at 1, and Dylan at even. Here on hole 16, uphill. Par 3. There's all kinds of options here. Emerson, I think Emerson's going for the 2 here. I can't remember what mold that was, but he almost got over that tree. That was going to be a huge shot. This is 369 feet, but quite a bit uphill.
Do the uprights.
Little slip from Mickey, but he puts it through the uprights on the tree there.
Still got it though. It's fine. Yeah, it's actually good.
Also a slip from Dylan. This tee pad is one of the muddier ones, especially with the muddiest one being on the hole prior. Track a lot of that like black gumbo, like sticky mud to this tee pad.
Oh, that's good. Vegas has like
Emerson up first. Stood over this one for a bit, looking at the line, because you really have to shape like a flex forehand to attack the green, because this has a relatively new pin position carved out into the tree line. Devontae, low ceiling uphill, and it catches those branches. This is for par, trying to throw it in.
The bush park is down and the base of the tree right next to it.
To the almost looking straight at it. I really like this new pin position. It's a good backstop where you can just blitz one in there.
oh, you're not gonna throw it.
This is just putting it right under it. Tap in 3. Dylan, fortunate to not trickle into that stuff, and oh man, you wanted that. Emerson's upshot. This tree he's lucky to be barely in it. If he is in it, and having to putt from the left side out of frame, man, the gaps are very, very tiny. It was a great 3 save. Especially going big, trying to go for the deuce. And just tap ins from everybody else. On to hole 17. Short little guy. 270 feet. And it's really just place a putter or a mid, something slow that's going to trickle on down there. It's quite a bit downhill. It's easy to try and get too cute with this one and overdo it and flirt with that tree. It's in the middle of the fairway. I've hit it more often than I don't, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This is another one that's in a shorter position that I've seen in a really long time. Normally it's back there in the dirt, matted down green, but it's short of that and to the left, so it gives it a unique shape. But if you guys are out early, you've got this big tree to contend with. Okay, just getting past it, got to look at it too. Speed here, you just watch the rest of the card, tap in. Course hole 18, a little 203 footer. Kind of the opposite shot shape, tighter gap, but it is, when it's down to the right like this, it's definitely a forehand hole. So facing the gap at least makes it a little easier. And again, quite a bit downhill, for at least 20 or 30 feet. Be a little bit out of position to the right. Onto this, a common spot to triple two. Just pushing it a little deep of the gap. Dylan, love to be a little closer, but lining up perfect. And he makes the putt just off the top link. Giving the basket some love. I'm talking about buying my basket some flowers for Valentine's Day. They're loving that thing. On to course hole 1. This one's a little over 400 feet. A little under 400 feet. There's really just that one tree and that one bush to meet. Come in with too much height, those tree branches will smack you down. Pretty straightforward hole. Flex a forehand in there, or just kind of play a hyzer up onto the green. You can fire one straight at it if you wanted to. Emerson with back-to-back birdies. Ulysses with back-to-back birdies. Devontae falling off pace a little bit, so Ulysses is leading the card. Hole 1 here. It's a pretty quick, easy playing hole. Not a lot of trouble to be found on it, so you know you're going to have a long backup going into hole 2. Hole 2, tight wooded hole. It's in the long today. So there's always a 2 to 4 card backup waiting. So it's kind of in the back of your mind. You're putting out on the screen. Ulysses having a stabby look at it. And Mickey having a pretty good look at it. Just splashing out. Good get over the card. Kick it into overdrive again. As the card taps out. To 406 feet, the basket is out of frame back to the left. And we've got an appearance from Steven Story.
Yeah, they just walked off. Yeah, they just walked off.
Dressed up for a date after this? Just want to look good for all you fellas.
Emerson with the box still after everyone gets honestly a disappointing 3 on that. These guys, they can throw. That should be a get. He's wanting to rip on forehand, just a little low. That the ground rises up in front of the tee pad, maybe about 2 feet before it drops down into the rest of the fairway. There is a landing zone on the right side. If you're going to pitch a forehand up there like this, so it's got some stability. It's moving to the right. Straight is obviously better, or left isn't too bad. It's not too thick over there. You can manufacture something. 406 feet, par 3. This is a hard par 3. For all the easy soft holes that are in a shorter position, this one makes up for it. This one more than makes up for it. Emerson is in the thick of it. He's looking up. He does not want to pitch out. Doesn't quite get there. But he advanced.
Good shot. Let's go.
Yeah.
Shot at Mickey, making it past the basket. Decent out from Levante. Emerson there. I couldn't believe it. He is in the thick of it, but he found his gap and he punched it hard. Ulysses over here, left side. See, it's not too thick. You have to get really far to the left to find yourself into a bunch of trouble. Great up. Didn't get super far on his upshot, but it's framing up the green nicely. He's got options here. Dylan, unfortunately, flare skipped. Kind of out of position. Catches one of the last guardian trees. Really well thrown shot, just didn't miss what it needed to miss at the last 30 feet. Not to be, unfortunately, But we'll take a look backwards at this fairway and just see what we're contending with here to get into this green. It's quite the tunnel. On to course hole 3 at 247 feet. Another tight tunnel, but much shorter. You've got to have a forehand to compete on this hole if you want a chance at the 2. Personally, I don't have that forehand, so I like to just throw a slightly understable putter up to the corner, and if it gets right a little bit, that's just bonus. And a 2 is a bonus for me, but that's why I'm not an open player. Surprised to not see Mickey throwing that green machete with the beef stamp on it. This fairway is pretty rocky though, so if you don't want to beat that disc up, then that would definitely make sense. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. If you go too straight, you're in bonus bird territory, you're not really giving yourself a good look at it. Devontae much closer, much more open at least, not distance-wise a whole lot closer, but and we're going to speed things up again. Emerson is in the Cedar. He's got a window. It's not quite as bad as it looks from this angle. On to course hole 4, 195 feet, right to left. Whatever your favorite approach disc or overstable putter. Plenty of trees to hit on this one. This one, 2 feels good, 3 can be frustrating, but this hole can take a 4. Find yourself really out of position. The harpoon from Emerson, he's been smoothing that thing all over the place, and shots like that are why I need to get a catch can going, because that was within arm's reach of the basket. It had to be, especially once you see where it ended up. That was a really, really good shot. Dylan going full send here with the layout jump putt. vines. Excuse me, these vines deep to the green can make it really, really challenging if you happen to get in there real good. I think this is Emerson's putt. I had to have been close to an ace. First hole 5, 185 feet, just a little shorty. He's going with that harpoon, forehand turnover again. This one, man, it's begging you to ace run it, but you're gonna have a good comeback putt if you pure your shot. You can't really go with the low skipper either. There's lots of rocks and roots, and best case scenario, it chews up your disc. Worst case scenario, sticks or catches a weird bounce and rolls. If you want to just air it out and get as close as you can on this one. Into our final hole of the day, of the round. Round 2 will be after lunch break, but about 275 feet up there. This hole recently got a lot easier. There was a big tree in the middle of the fairway that it's been dead for years, but it finally fell over, unfortunately. So about 20 or 30 feet uphill, but you just gotta punch it through the gap and get up on the dance floor. Dylan yanking it a little bit.
Really good, dude.
Yeah, we can just do that.
It's really good.
It's gonna be
This shot,
a well-earned 3 if you can pull it off from down there, because you're totally blind to the basket if you're more than 10 or 15 feet short of the plateau up there.
Get in the hole. Get in the basket.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, see what I mean? There's hardly any look from down here. Dylan's at the short. Putting through the trees. Let's look at that again. That is sick. Glad we got another big putt on video here. And we're going to have a look, move the camera to where he was standing for Emerson's putt so you can see exactly what that looked like. And he told me, he said he almost had me stand behind him to watch that putt go in. He was feeling it. But yeah, almost perfectly framed by the tree branches, and he sticks it. So let's take another look at that putt and the scores for the first round for this card. Ulysses taking the card down. Emerson, after a slow front nine, gains a bunch of traction. And everyone else tying it up at 2. But our leaderboard for the for round 2, Anthony Montalvo shoots a -11, 1058 rated, round 1. Smoke it. Super excited to watch him play round 2. And then a logjam at -7 and -6. Ulysses tied at 9th, and Emerson Keith with his -4 tied at 14. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for round 2.